What is going on, Lego Maniacs? It's Tyler Lego here, and welcome to another Lego Star Wars review. This set is one of my all-time favorite 2009 sets. We're gonna get into why. This is one of the 10th year anniversary of Lego Star Wars back in 2009. And the set we're gonna be looking at is the Battle of Endor. That set 8038, had 890 pieces, 12 minifigs, which is amazing. Came out in 2009, like we mentioned, and retailed for $99.99 US. Now nowadays, this set's only going for 187 new or 114 used. I would really recommend you guys pick this guy up if you can. It hasn't appreciated that much, which is awesome and honestly kind of shocking. Anyways, lots of great things to say about it. It may be one of the perfect Lego Star Wars sets that are out there. But enough talk, let's get right into it. And to begin this review, we're actually going to take a look at some of the mini builds. As you guys can see, there's tons. So the first one we'll take a look at is the speeder bike. So Lego, basically right when Lego Star Wars started, they knocked the speeder bike out of the park, but what they started including was these bike pieces. And I think it does a really good job making it look a little bit more sleek and not so clumpy. Nice looking speeder bikes. Again, you get two of them, which is awesome. So an Ewok can be on, and the other one, the Imperial, can try and run them down. The next very cool smaller build that's included in this set is an Ewok hang glider. Now what's awesome about this is a cloth piece. Like, these are both cloth pieces, which is fantastic. I hate it when they make them plastic or whatnot, like the previous Ewok. It's literally called Ewok Attack. This was a massive improvement off of that one, which came out in 2001, and it has some funny playability. Like, you can try and knock a guy off, although those don't come out really that easy, as you guys can see. But in theory, it's a cool idea for kids, and it's also just an awesome looking display piece. Like, that's an awesome looking little glider. The next smaller build that we'll take a look at is the Ewok catapult. Now this set is actually, or part of the model I should say, is it's a great little working catapult. I'll show you guys how it kind of works. And it just launched it. Like, that thing went like feet. Like, it probably launched at 3 feet. So it obviously works really, really well. And it's also nice looking. Like, I mean, if you guys are like a medieval type of collector, you could actually put this in a castle scene and it would work no problem. And it just works really, really, really well. It's simple design, but just an excellent job. The last smaller build that we'll take a look at is the AT-ST. Now, I have to say, I think this might be one of the perfectly sized AT-STs. The ones we get nowadays are good, like the Raider, but they are oversized. Now this one, it's smaller, it's a lot of Technic, but look how good it looks. Like, the angles look fantastic on it. They got the shaping correct. The legs, actually, this set's supposed to run. So that's why they have that feature, which is kind of cool. It's just a great all-in-all model. It is a little flimsy, it likes to fall down, but I think they did a good job on it. I think it could be maybe a tiny bit bigger, and why I say that is no AT-ST fits 2 minifigs. This one only fits 1. I think that maybe if this was a little bit wider and the legs were a little bit longer, just let's say maybe like a couple studs taller, like normal studs. I mean, maybe if the set was an inch taller, but we're getting really picky. All in all, this is a great representation of an AT-ST, and I do really, really like it. Let's now take a look at the main build. And here it is. So let's give you guys a 360 view of this. As you can see, it's actually a sizable bunker. Now, it is not obviously accurate to scale with the bunkers, like, you know, the bunker from the movie, but it is sizable. Like, you can tell what it is. There's a lot of little features we'll get into as well. So just all in all, great looking. So first off, let's take a look at these doors. What's cool about these doors is if you move this and move that, they open, which is kind of awesome. So I love movable doors, and they've done a great job at that. And if you want to close them up, no problem. They don't really get stuck either. One thing is they kind of go slanted, but if you press them together, they'll go perfect, just like so. So great looking use right there. and you know, use of basically the pieces that they used to design that. Looks great front on. As you can see, R2's trying to get in. And then the other thing that's awesome about this set, let's remove the minifigs just because, well, actually, no. Let's leave them on. Show you guys what happens. If you want to make this explode, so it is kind of hit and miss. This one should have shot off, but it didn't. Let's try it again. Yeah, there you go. So it can kind of work. And then this one, show you guys this. Bang. So it is an awesome looking working feature. Generally it works really, really well. Like sometimes it's a little hit and miss, but as you can see, one of the doors will definitely blow off, if not both. Anyways, great looking little bunker. Let's now center in a little bit more on the interior. So as you guys can see, there's some nice guns on, you know, the walls and whatnot, giving it a very Imperial bunker feel. And then I love this little area with all the computers. That is fantastic. I just absolutely love that computer room. Just great job. And then as you guys can see, it also has this very nice looking little electrical area. You can show where, you know, Han like throws that power converter into that stormtrooper, and or it was an Imperial officer anyways, and he flies off into this basically to his death. So anyways, very nice looking bunker. Do really appreciate it. I think they did a great job all in all. But now let's get into the minifigs. Before we do that, I just wanted to show you guys how that little mechanism basically kind of works. So it uses the old style, like Wild West. 90s sets use these a lot. There are springs and they shoot out. As this button gets clicked, it comes out. So anyways, great use of those pieces. I do really wish that LEGO would bring back those pieces. I think that they really can bring about a lot of features. Anyways, let's now get into those minifigs. And another quick thing I just wanted to mention is this actually does open up and kind of allow for a little bit more playability. I didn't really understand the point of that just because I kind of like it all together, but if you want to extend it, you can kind of do that, and then I'll show you guys how it kind of looks like on the outside. I nearly forgot to mention this. Yeah, it just looks a bit bigger. Not really accurate to the movie, but anyways, interesting little feature that they got. And here we have the first 3 of the 12 minifigs. Just great job on them. They are simple. This was before they kind of gave them like pupils. They basically were just black, you know, eyes, which was not bad. But you get 2 rebel troopers, and then on the far right, you can see we got that Imperial officer. A cool thing about these guys too is they got these awesome little backpacks, which are one of the few, if the only Endor troopers that kind of had that. And they do have back torso printing. I'll actually take those heads off and show you guys that. The other thing too is they have these custom molds for the Rebel Troopers, which I believe this was the very first set that kind of included them. But yeah, let's show you guys the back of these minifigs. So it's nothing extremely extraordinary, but it's nice that they started to do back torso printing with some of the minifigs back in 2009 for Star Wars. Let's now take a look at the next batch. And here we have the 3 Ewoks. So they give you a good amount of Ewoks in this set. And this is actually when they kind of updated them. Before they were just molds with no coloring, you know, one color basically. Now they got multiple coloring, you know, a lot of different little detail. Even their hoods are colored appropriately. So on the far left, we have Chief Chirpa. And then in the middle, we got Wicket. And then on the far right, we have Paploo. So anyways, great looking minifigs all in all. They really knocked them out of the park. You can see they even have little feathers, you know, all kinds of little tribal stuff going on. I personally love Ewoks. I know a lot of people don't, but I think they're cool. Anyways, those are the Ewoks. Let's now move on to the next batch. And this set wouldn't be a Battle of Endor set if it did not include Scout Troopers. So great looking minifigs all in all. Nice looking R2 as well. Nothing too much to say about these guys. I do love this type of Scout Trooper though. The only thing is he has no back face printing, or front face printing I should say. Unlike the 1999 ones who kind of had like, you know, faces with visors, which was kind of cool. They kind of got rid of that with these guys. And then a couple years later, they actually gave him face printing again. So anyways, that was unfortunate. Very small knock for this set though. Let's now move on to the final 3. Here we have the final 3 minifigs. So nice looking. You get Han, Leia, and Chewie. What's interesting is Leia has back torso printing, which was kind of, again, it was a new thing they were starting to do with Lego Star Wars sets. Some of the minifigs didn't have it, but Han does have leg printing as well as torso printing. Nice belt, that smirk, which he always has. Leia just has that standard face. They've actually improved on Leia's face a lot in the last couple years. Neither of these minifigs have back face printing. That kind of wasn't a thing. And then you have the standard Chewie just in reddish brown. He hadn't changed in 10 years or 9 years by this point, which is kind of crazy. But all in all, nice looking minifigs. Leia does have a kind of it's not a custom mold. I've seen in other minifigs, but a nice hairpiece nonetheless. And then Han just has that standard minifig hairpiece that has been around for decades. But yeah, those are the minifigs. Let's now get into the actual pictures, movie footage, and see how accurate this set really is. And here's the first picture I thought we could take a look at. So as you guys can see, this is all the way from 1983. It's kind of a dated picture, but I think that Lego captured the look of this. I mean, I don't know. It's a simple structure, but I think they got it down. They even got the curved walls actually a little bit in here, which is actually pretty cool. Anyways, this is the first picture I thought we could take a look at. It's kind of boring looking, but it captures what this bunker is supposed to look like. And this is the last picture I thought we could take a quick look at as well. So here we're getting a little bit of idea what the interior kind of looks like. And I think Lego did a great job. I mean, you can tell the little computers and obviously having that electrical room in the back is accurate. There is no doorway to get to it, which would have been a little bit more accurate, obviously, but I still think they did a good job capturing it, especially for it coming out in 2009, 11 years ago as of 2020. I think they captured the build of this model. Anyways, I thought these pictures help out with the review. Let's now get into the end of it and get my final thoughts. Well guys, that was my review. Do hope you enjoyed it. Honestly, so many good things to say about this set. Great playability, great features, great displayability, great minifigures, great jobs on the models themselves. Like, they just look like the bunker looks great, the AT-ST looks great, the little hang glider, Ewok hang glider looks great, the speeder bikes, the catapult. I can't say enough good things about it. As we saw with the movie footage, like in those pictures, it obviously does a good job capturing what they look like. And I'm really surprised Lego hasn't remade this set, just because it's a great set. Great deal too. I mean, what set that you get for 100 US gives you 12 minifigs? I don't know of hardly any. But let me know what you guys think about this set, if I'm possibly overrating it. I just think it's a really well done set. And again, I'm happy to get it out for you guys. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for this set, and we're finally reviewing it. But anyways, if you like this video, leave it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and click that bell so you're notified for any future Lego Star Wars reviews we do on this channel. We do them basically every Tuesday or something like that. But yeah, that's all I got. But thanks again, and I'll catch you on the next one.